And
Sir,
it's not your time to talk,
Sir,
Mr. Williams. It is not your turn. Okay. Marcus Williams, Mr. Walker, you'll vote the Williams petition. The first one says that you missed some report dates. Did you miss some report dates?
I miss phone report dates, but I would come to the office every time I had to report and bring your money and bring community service papers.
Okay. All right, so you missed some phone report dates.
Yes, sir.
Did you get behind on your fines and fees and not use community service work to get caught up? Actually, all the rest of them have to do with community service work. So,
So can you repeat that one more time?
yes, I'm just reading them through. Hold on just a second. Did you fail to keep us updated with the proper legal mailing address?
I had messed up. I just had moved into a new house, so I just messed up on like one number.
Okay.
And I called her like 2 days ago and I gave her the right address after she told me that I had a warrant and all of that. So.
Yes. And then the big one, which you know is a big one, which you know what you're here on, which is that you turned in hours for Facebook community service work, summaries of my court proceedings that could not be verified that were done by.
This is a turning point. The allegation isn't just misreports anymore. The court is now focused on fake community service hours, a serious violation that can turn probation into jail time instantly.
You.
No, that was done by me. I don't understand how she figured that out.
Okay.
Community service that was first turned in on October 30th was actually turned in with no name at all. That community service sat on my desk for several months. No one claimed that I had not appropriately given them credit for any community service. It wasn't until the latter community service was turned in approximately on December the 8th. Once I was reviewing it, when it came in to Ms. Rich up front, she noticed that there was no name on it, so she had Mr. Williams apply his name to all the documents that he was turning in on that date. She then put it in my box. When I retrieved it from my box, the handwriting is the same handwriting as the no name on the 30th. I chose to list that violation separately, Judge, in case you chose to rule that one out. The community service, I apologize, December 7th, not December 8th. December 8th is when I reviewed it. On December 7th, after reviewing it, the handwriting that Ms. Rich advised me that Mr. Williams actually wrote his name on himself is not the same handwriting on the documentation. I then pulled his file out and reviewed all documents that he signed when he was placed on probation. My personal opinion, the handwriting where he placed his name at the top matches all handwriting on all documents that he signed once he was placed on probation. Again, it looks nothing like the handwriting on the papers. He stated that, he was coming to the office, and I informed him that when he comes to my office and drops off a payment or community service, that's not a report. He has to contact me, or someone from my staff has to go through a full interview, which includes several questions. This is my third case with Mr. Williams, so therefore I feel that he would be very familiar with what that process and those line of questioning would be, because he would have gone through that process multiple times. He stated that Ms. Rich, my admin, would just basically tell him, I got you. Most of the dates that he brought a payment on or dropped community service on are not the dates that he's being accused of missing an appointment.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Have you had any previous interactions with Mr. Williams providing forged or unverifiable or fraudulent or whatever term you want to use community service work hours?
Yes, Your Honor. My very first case for Mr. Williams was actually a municipal court case where he turned in community service from the Fayette County Humane Society on letterheads that stated that Corinne Eckhart, I believe her last name was. I subpoenaed Ms. Eckhart and her supervisor. They both appeared in court at approximately, I believe it was April of 2019, and testified. He was found guilty of turning in forced community service at that time as well, and was sentenced to 75 days in jail, or 76 days, Judge.
Okay, sir.
You did?
I was embarrassed to say it, though.
Okay,
My wife will sit there and write down everything that I say. Like looking at a phone and trying to, comprehend all that.
okay.
I was just embarrassed to say it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ms. Matthews, is that information you were aware of?
No, sir. He's never made that statement. I actually asked him about the community service yesterday. His statement to me is when he comes into my office and writes his name on it, he does it in a hurry. While he's at home, he has much more time and he's able to take his time and write it out neatly, is what he specifically told me yesterday when I gave him the opportunity to be truthful with me about the community service.
Williams, here's what we're doing. I guess what's got me in trouble, Mr. Williams, is that I'm looking at your sentence sheet. And on your sentence sheet here, which is dated April 10th of 2019, when I let you enter this plea, you asked me to let you enter it as a best interest plea. And that's always important to me with a revocation because it lets me know whether or not someone in their original case took full responsibility for their case, or they just simply said, I just don't want to fight it. And
Sir,
it's not your time to talk, Mr. Witt. It is not your turn to talk.
Yes, sir.
I asked you if you had anything else to say. You said no. Do not interrupt me again.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
This is my courtroom, Mr. Williams, not yours. I gave you a full and fair hearing.
The judge zeroes in on a pattern: past dishonesty, a best interest plea, and now questionable evidence, raising a critical question: was this ever about accountability at all?
I was very respectful to you, and you will not interrupt me. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Do not do it again.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Williams, when I was looking at your final disposition, I clearly see on here that you asked me to let you enter your case as a best interest plea, which means you did not take responsibility for your actions on your original case. Then, I'm looking at the fact that Ms. Matthews just testified that you previously, to the Judicial Alternatives of Georgia, turned in false, fraudulent, and forged community service work on a 2019 case. I'm also looking at the fact that you repeatedly asserted to them that these were your hours and that they were proper. I'm lastly realizing that now that you've realized that your back is to the wall and that bad things are about to happen, you're telling me that your wife wrote them. Now, I appreciate the fact that you've come clean. That's not lost on me. But you waited until the last possible second, which means that you're not doing it because you think it's the right decision. You're doing it to save your butt. Guess what? It's not going to do you a bit of good. You lied to me. You committed a felony by providing a false set of information to a government agency, me, and I will respond appropriately. The fact of the matter is that my probation officers have to work really hard with this Facebook thing. It is a huge burden on them to read everybody's reports and try to give people community service work hours from their home. It is something I have zero patience with for cheaters. Zero. Because it means that they've got to go figure out what the heck just happened. I've then got to have this hearing, and then at the very last minute you say, well, actually, my wife did it. Well, frankly, it's too late for that. You've committed the felony. You've done the thing that I have no patience with. And you did all of this on a case where you refused to take responsibility, first of all. So you have not taken responsibility, in my opinion, at any of these stages until the last possible minute where you realize things are going bad, and then you tell me that your wife did it. So, Mr. Williams, the fact of the matter is that if you had 700 days left, I would revoke 700 days. But sadly, that is not available to me. I only have 184 days left. Well, guess what? You're going to serve 184 days in the Spalding County Jail. You may go with the deputies.
Please. Judge, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I swear I did everything that I could.
And just like that, the hammer drops, full revocation. The judge makes it clear, lying and submitting fraudulent documents is a mistake. It's a deal breaker that costs him 184 days behind bars.
Only thing I messed up on was not calling, man.
Only thing you messed up on, Mr. Williams, was
I was
cheating.
embarrassed. I was embarrassed. That's all. I even called her and told her that I just had gotten stimulus check. I was trying to give her $500.
Then don't cheat.
Sir, please. I did. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Sir, can I please go get my wife a hug out there?
No.
Let's go.
Go.